Albert Camus' seminal work, The Stranger, introduces us to Meursault, a man seemingly adrift in the sea of existence. He is a character who defies conventional understanding, embodying a profound sense of detachment and indifference. He is an enigma, detached and indifferent to the world around him. His life is marked by a lack of emotional engagement, making him a stranger not only to others but also to himself. His emotional responses are muted, almost absent, even in the face of life's profound moments. Whether it's the death of his mother or the prospect of his own mortality, Meursault remains curiously unaffected. Meursault exists in a state of constant observation, a passive witness to the unfolding drama of life. He watches the world go by yet never truly participates in it. He is a stranger to himself and to others, unable or unwilling to engage with the emotional nuances of human interaction. This detachment isolates him, creating a barrier between him and the rest of humanity. This detachment is not born of malice but rather a deep-seated sense of apathy towards the world and its constructs. He navigates life with a sense of indifference that is both unsettling and intriguing. He accepts the absurdity of life, its inherent lack of meaning, and in doing so he frees himself from the shackles of societal expectations. In his acceptance, Meursault finds a peculiar kind of freedom, one that challenges our understanding of existence and purpose. The novel's opening lines, "Maman died today," or "yesterday maybe, I don't know," set the stage for a narrative steeped in existential angst and profound detachment. Meursault's reaction to his own mother's death is startlingly indifferent, almost as if he is a mere observer of his own life. He attends her funeral, but his thoughts are consumed by trivial matters: the heat of the sun, the taste of coffee, and the discomfort of his suit. He displays no outward signs of grief, no tears, no anguish, just a blank, emotionless facade. This indifference extends beyond his personal life, affecting his interactions with the world around him. He observes the world with a detached curiosity, accepting events both mundane and extraordinary, with the same unsettling calm, as if nothing truly matters. The death of a stranger holds as much weight as a change in the weather, both equally insignificant in his eyes. Life, in Meursault's eyes, is a series of meaningless events devoid of inherent purpose, a continuous flow of time without any real significance. Two recurring motifs throughout The Stranger are the sun and the sea, powerful symbols of both freedom and destruction. The Algerian sun, oppressive and relentless, mirrors Meursault's own internal state. It beats down on him, pushing him towards a pivotal act of violence. The sea, in contrast, represents both escape and the vast indifference of the natural world. It is a realm of both allure and danger, a force of nature that can both cleanse and consume. These elements, the oppressive sun and the alluring yet dangerous sea, act as catalysts in Meursault's narrative. They are ever-present forces, shaping his actions and ultimately leading him to a point of no return. Judgment Day, society's moral compass. The murder trial becomes less about the crime itself and more about Meursault's character. His inability to weep at his mother's funeral, his seemingly callous indifference to her death, become the focal points of the prosecution's case. Society, aghast at his lack of remorse, projects its own moral compass onto Meursault. His actions are judged not by their intent but by his perceived lack of humanity. The courtroom becomes a microcosm of society itself, eager to condemn those who deviate from the norm. Meursault, in his quiet defiance, becomes a challenge to their carefully constructed social order. Beyond morality, the absurd trial of Meursault. The trial unfolds not as a quest for justice, but as a performance of societal expectations. The courtroom becomes a stage where every participant plays their part, adhering to the script written by society. The prosecution, the jury, even Meursault's own lawyer, are all bound by the unwritten rules of social decorum. They are more concerned with appearances and the maintenance of order than with the truth. Meursault, however, remains an outsider, an observer to his own fate. He watches the proceedings with a detached curiosity, as if the trial were happening to someone else. He refuses to play the role of the repentant sinner, choosing instead to embrace the absurdity of his situation. His defiance is not born out of rebellion but from a deep-seated belief in the meaninglessness of it all. He acknowledges his crime, but he refuses to feign remorse for an act he cannot bring himself to regret. His honesty is both his strength and his downfall. In the eyes of the court, this makes him a monster, a man devoid of a moral compass. They see his lack of remorse as a threat to the very fabric of society, but to Meursault, it is simply an acceptance of the absurd reality of his existence. He understands that life is inherently meaningless, and he faces his fate with a calm resignation. Embracing the void. Meursault's revelation. Facing execution, Meursault experiences a moment of profound clarity. He accepts the inevitability of his fate, not with despair, but with a sense of liberation. He has, in a sense, transcended the fear of death by embracing the meaninglessness of life. Meursault's journey, though bleak and unsettling, offers a powerful message about freedom and authenticity. By rejecting the imposed morality of society, he achieves a level of personal freedom that eludes even those who condemn him. The Stranger, in its unsettling portrayal of apathy and absurdity, forces us to confront the uncomfortable truths of our own existence. It is a stark reminder that meaning, like morality, is often a matter of perspective.